Time it took you to buy your ticket. 3.2 minutes. Time it took you to get your popcorn. 2.5 minutes. Time it took them.
Well, let's go.
To steal your car. Hello, ladies. 60 seconds.
Move, go.
Come on, Sway, baby, work your magic. Hold on, I know you ain't gonna do what I think you're gonna do.
Stop!
You're gonna have to go old school. A day to shop, a day to prep. Surprise attack.
Nice.
Little trick I learned in the car thief retirement home.
By the time the first cars are boarded stolen, your ship sets sail. We do this, we do it my way.
I was just a sucker for a redhead.
You break it, you buy it, my friend. Okay, let's run.
Gone in 60 seconds.
What do you think is more exciting, having sex or stealing cars?
Gone in 60 Seconds is an action crime thriller movie that was released on June 9th, 2000. This is a remake of the movie from the 1970s. It stars Nicolas Cage, Angelina Jolie, Giovanni Ribisi, Robert Duvall, Timothy Olyphant, to name a few. So an all-star cast. I mentioned my thoughts about it in a previous video, but I will give my more in-depth thoughts in this review. So, let's start with the story. The story follows a retired career car thief named Randall Memphis Raines, whose brother Kip gets in trouble. In order to save him, Memphis takes a job to steal 50 cars in 3 days for a crime boss. He gets a crew together, including his mentor, named Otto, and a group of colorful characters that we will get into. Overall, this is a pretty fucking good story. Hell, it is honestly a much better story than the original movie. Yeah, I've seen the original, and to be honest, I don't think it's all that good. The final chase was pretty entertaining, but I found the story and characters to be not very memorable. I found I remember the characters in the remake much more, because each of them are really entertaining and just more well written. Memphis is a pretty fucking good character. He's a good person at heart. He doesn't really want to steal the cars. He literally only took the deal to steal the cars because he was held at gunpoint. But make no mistake, he is pretty violent and ruthless against his enemies, but for a justifiable reason. I mean, he did hold the crime boss at gunpoint as well, and well, he is a pretty slimy bastard. But it just goes to show that he really is just trying to save his brother Kip from trouble. I wish I had a brother like that, but my own brother put me in more danger instead of saving me most of the time. Anyway, the crew Memphis gets together are very entertaining in their own way. Sway, who's the one girl who joins the group, is a pretty fucking good character. She works as a bar waitress because she just wanted to get away from car theft like Memphis. But she eventually joins the crew. So I guess it's because she has a heart of gold. I really do like the scene when Sway and Memphis steal a car from a couple. They see them having sex in the house, and they have a discussion about having sex and stealing cars. But when the couple takes too long to get into the bedroom, Memphis and Sway start making out to pass time. But they eventually just steal the car. But you know Memphis and Sway fucked later on at some point in this movie, even if it was off screen. But the point is, it was a damn good scene. I also think that the African American Donnie, who is trying to teach an Asian woman how to drive, is hilarious. He has several lines that made me laugh. That one guy who saves Memphis from getting the shit beat out of him by thugs is enigmatic and entertaining. The scene when the Asian pizza delivery guy steals the car that wasn't on the list was a pretty goddamn intense scene. Not only because it had a bunch of drugs but a police officer just entered the room, so that means they're getting pretty close to being caught. But they somehow avoided it. But one thing I don't like is the fact that the dog eats the keys. It leads to some gross out, which I'm not going to get into. But I do love it when Donnie says, "Bad dog." But I will say the whole section with them actually stealing the cars was pretty entertaining for the most part. This leads us to the ending. Now, if you have not seen this movie, I'd recommend you skip to the timestamp in the description. While the ending may not have the same amount of destruction and mayhem as the original movie, what it does have over the original is a definitive ending, but the main thing it has over the original is that it has more heart than the original. Kip finally realizes why Memphis did what he did. Because of that, he decides to help Memphis. How? By using a crane to take out the bad guys for him. The police officer finally realizes why Memphis did what he did after Memphis saved his life. He realized the moral dilemma he was in. Because of that, he lets Memphis off the hook. For those of you who are going to say, "That's not realistic," fuck off. I think that was a great ending. And that is really how it should be. I would not have it any other way. Now, as for the action scenes, they're pretty fucking good. There's plenty of fight scenes and some explosions. They are filmed and edited surprisingly well. The final chase when Memphis is driving Eleanor is pretty exciting, and the stunt where he flies over the entire traffic jam is so cool. To be fair, there's a bit of a destruction in the final chase, and when it comes up, it is pretty damn good. Sure, there are scenes of characters running away from gunshots, but I do like the part when Memphis kicks the crime boss and the crime boss falls into the coffin in his office. A pretty fucking brutal but fitting way to die. I think that is a good time to move on to the production values. The cinematography is pretty good, both at night and during the daytime. The editing is pretty good. The sound is pretty nice, and the music is pretty damn good. Okay, I'm not a fan of the use of Lowrider because it's just an overused song, but I do like the opening credits song. I also like Busy Child by The Crystal Method, which by the way, this is the second movie in a row to feature some breakbeat. I also like the use of Caught Stealing, which is a pretty fitting song for this movie, and Painted on My Heart by The Cult in the end credits. I also think the score is pretty interesting. It is done by Trevor Rabin, who also did National Treasure. Overall, Gone in 60 Seconds is a pretty entertaining movie. It has a good story with a cast of memorable and likable characters. It has pretty good action scenes and a nice soundtrack. I guess the only thing I don't like is the whole dog eating the keys part. I do have a little bit of nostalgia for it because I watched it back in the summer of 2010. I think that's when I watched it, and I loved it. But even watching it now, it's still pretty damn good. I know I may piss off some fans of the original, but I don't give a fuck. I think I made a strong case for why I like this one more. I give Gone in 60 Seconds 4 out of 5 stars with the title of Awesome. Anyway, I'm Spike Robot. If you like this video, you can subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to plug my Patreon and my Instagram. If you follow me on Patreon, you can get exclusive updates on my next video, and if you follow me on Instagram, you can see all the pictures of I took in my Venice, Italy vacation and other stuff. So, see you next time on Honor the Freedom Jinkos.
Sonic, polyphonic, this is how it was. Mustering the armies marching faster than before. Electronic